You know, it's silly shit like what I'm about to rant about, excuse me, that really gets me in my annoyed feelings. So, on Tuesday night, myself, Sequester Zone, Extremely Boring, and Hannibal the Victor were involved in a Google Hangout musing about the moral arguments that come with the subject of legalizing prostitution. And it was a damn good conversation. No one had any views that were totally out there. Everybody pretty much brought their nuanced point of views to the table, and it was a pretty good hour to me. So, but apparently the YouTube user Bunsums, who was supposed to join us in that chat, but due to, whatever, messed up timing and miscommunications between her and Sequester Zone, wasn't able to join us for the hangout. So she got in her feelings about missing out and decided to rant on her own hangout with her hetero man friend, MRA Exposed, where she accused us of assassinating her character, which never fucking happened. And then MRA's Exposed accused us of intentionally leaving her out of the hangout because we didn't want to hear what Bunsums had to say. Now, mind you, he didn't watch the hangout video on Sequester Zone's channel in its entirety, and Bunsums didn't watch the hangout video that we did at all. So everything that they were saying in their hangout was just conjecture based on basically nothing. All Sequester Zone did in the hangout that we were in was state that Bunsums is, staunchly against legal prostitution. He didn't say why she was against it. He didn't dox her or state any, sensitive information that was in whatever personal messages they may have exchanged together or whatever. None of that happened. Which, again, Bunsums would have known if she would have just watched the fucking hangout. But besides that shit, what really gets me in my angry feelings is the description that Bunsums used for her hangout video, where she refers to myself and everyone else as pro-male activists who are self-proclaimed feminists. And she specifically put feminists in quotation as if to express that sex-positive feminists aren't true feminists because of her personal views on prostitution. And you see, that's the simple shit that fucking white feminists do in a general sense that poisons feminism as a whole. Pretending to be the gatekeepers of the one true feminism that doesn't fucking exist because you don't like prostitution, and you think women who identify as sex-positive feminists just use the label to let the men know that they're sexually available and that we're all involved in the sale of sex in some way. Bitch, how dare you? You're obviously too intellectually lazy to the point of not even bothering to watch a video in full, as well as not really looking into what it means to be sex positive. And then, the worst thing about this shit is your views on sex positive feminism, seem to be in line with the average white, puritanical, sex-shaming asshole, which I thought was an anathema for feminism, period. You and fucking white feminists who are like you are too self-involved and too self-absorbed to understand feminism praxis, which is different from yours, and that's just pathetic. So, Bunsums, the next time you try to come for somebody, remember a few things. 1, try to watch a video in full before acting like a simple bitch. 2, get the fuck over yourself. At the time of the video, I didn't know shit about you to even think about taking shots at you, and plus nobody took fucking shots at you. But from what I saw, you'd have to have a character for someone to assassinate. And 3, if you're gonna take issue with someone, follow your own fucking advice and take it to the person. Lastly, don't you ever fucking presume to think that you're an authority on who is and who isn't a real feminist. So whether you hold these stances, you know, for real, or whether you're a troll and you just don't give a fuck about the actual issues, you don't want to go down that route, especially with me.